Hey everybody, what's up? I'm Sarah the Rebel.
I'm Miss Tamara.
And this is Women Wrestling Friends Podcast. This is a podcast where I talk about wrestling with my gal pals. Today we have a pal who is not a gal. It is Tyler Bateman.
Yo.
Whee! He's a wrestler. You can, Google his shit on YouTube or something. I don't know, kids. I'm not your mom. Anyway, today we are talking SummerSlam because it just happened. We watched it together, ate a bunch of watermelons. I'm still not through with all the watermelon. Watermelon is a lot. Why can't they be the size of apples?
They do have personal ones that are small.
They make them small.
It was a smaller watermelon.
Okay.
like the size of my head. Maybe even small. Okay, listen, it's not important. The point is, I had a lot of watermelon left over, and if you guys like watermelon, let me know. You can come and you can have some. So, were my predictions last week with Marquia correct, or were they wrong? Let's find out. Pre-show. Were you surprised by who was on the pre-show?
A little bit. I kind of felt weird to have the SmackDown Tag Team title there.
Yeah.
But I figured they streamed the pre-show live to try to convince you to watch the main show and pay for it. So I guess.
Yeah, and especially considering they had matches that nobody knew or cared about. Like Big Cass and Big Show, not a really big deal, but they had that in the main card. But the Tag Team Championships and The Miz in the pre-show. I thought that was kind of an interesting choice. Cruiserweight we're used to at this point.
Yeah.
It's bullshit, but it is what it is. Fun fact. So, very first match was The Miz and the Miztourage, bless their hearts, versus Jason Jordan and the Hardy Boys, and they did not open the doors of the arena at the time that it started.
I did not know that because there were some tumbleweeds behind them, even though they put on a good match. It was just like, look at all those people not there.
Just nobody there. And so The Miz was apparently upset about this. And spoke about it. But Matt Hardy made it a joke. He was like, it seemed like someone deleted our crowd or something like that.
I like it. References.
It's a broken Okay, anyway, the point is, I thought it was a weird matchup.
Yeah, it happened basically 3 days before the thing. It was a thing that they kind of pulled together. I actually like Jason Jordan and the Hardy Boys together in a weird sort of way.
Tell us why.
I don't know. It's just he just seems so squishy kind of, even though that's not his Jason Jordan's thing at all. He's all beefy and muscly and he goes into rage mode. But seeing him with the Hardy Boys and it's all respectful and junk and generational. It was cool. I just like them together. I like their energy together.
He is, I think it's because he smiles a lot.
He does.
He's very pleasant. That's why I liked him better with Chad Gable. Okay, we're not going to keep getting upset. If you're not going to turn him heel and have Kurt Angle and him do some craziness, then I don't get the point of this, because him and Chad Gable were pretty great, and you're ruining everything. So they lost to The Miz and the Miztourage.
Which was weird.
It was weird. I think it was a clean loss, too. I think Miz surprised them. It was one of those surprise ones. Okay. I love that. In wrestling, you can get dropped from the top rope all the way down and kick out on instinct. But if you were the least little bit shocked at something that has just occurred and you get rolled up, you're fucking done for. Yep. You're done.
Oh no! Oh, I forgot.
Surprise! My only weakness.
There's one animal there. If you surprise them, they just go.
The goat.
The fainting goat.
Yeah, the fainting goat. So just
wrestlers and fainted goats. Do they have the same genome?
Have you ever tried to cradle a fainting goat though?
No.
Have you?
Oh no! I'm just saying. Surprise!
We're gonna have to raise some money to take a trip to a farm.
Mm-hmm.
So that I can cradle or schoolgirl.
Just roll a goat up in a small package.
Yes. So guys, if you'd like to donate to that, please send us some money. I was wrong in this prediction. That's important for you to know. I did not.
I mean, one would expect the Hardy Boys to win over the Miztourage.
I really would have, yeah.
But then he's on his heel turn, so.
I didn't see any of this, so I probably shouldn't say anything. But yeah, it doesn't make a lot of.
No, even if Miz has a title right now, it's just kind of.
Yeah, it's interesting. So the Cruiserweight Championship match, it was Neville and Akira Tozawa. Ha! 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 who was coming as the champion. We were all so surprised. Oh, he actually got the belt. And then I was like, he ain't keeping that shit, was my prediction. My prediction was correct. They put on a great match, of course, though. They both looked really strong, which is what I like to see. I like to see somebody able to really stand up to Neville, and then dirtbag ass Neville just being right. Just being like, no, I deserve it.
His ears make him untrustworthy.
He looks like an orc with a bomb ass body.
Yeah.
He looks like totally fuckable orc. The king of the orcs.
That's going to be his next shirt, the fuckable orc.
The fuckable orc.
Either that or his internet show.
If I walked into a crowd of WWE fans and I said the fuckable orc, they'd be like, "You mean Neville?" Like there would be no question.
Neville, right?
Like clearly,
definitely means Neville.
Clearly talking about.
I was
Neville.
talking to someone about the show at work, and I said some orc, and someone was like Neville, and I was like, oh. Yeah. Look, I like Neville a lot. It's the hair, I think.
Yes.
The hair
And the beard.
And well, I saw him on. We watched when they showed the 2-on-2 video game challenge or whatever, and he was just like normal with glasses and a beanie. I was like, that's a perfectly fine looking young man that I would not run away from if he hollered at me.
It's also his ears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's the very like plastered thin hair with the ears sticking out is what it is. So gentlemen,
He could probably do some cool cosplay.
yeah, he could.
I was correct about this prediction. I just want to say it again.
Good for you.
I would have picked Tozawa simply because I've been kicked in the face by Tozawa before.
And how'd you feel?
Oh, my nose was blooded. And,
I've seen this picture.
Yeah.
I like it.
He dumped me on my head and kicked me in my face. So I would have picked Tozawa just because I wouldn't want to get it back to him that I didn't pick.
Fair.
Good. Okay. Hey, don't worry, Tozawa. Bateman totally picked you. Please don't hit him again. All right. SmackDown Tag Team Championships. Now, I thought these motherfuckers stole the fucking show. They were like, yeah, kickoff, pre-show, none of you are watching, you're never gonna forget this match. And the Usos and the New Day put on a fucking hell of a match.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of weird that there was not very much Kofi on the outside stuff happening.
I think because they want to clearly be faces against the Usos.
Well, I get that, but they weren't even the Usos weren't really messing with him for the most part.
Right.
There was just like a little thing at the end where there was like chaos, on the outside of the ring, but like usually when someone's on the outside, I feel like they're a little bit more in there.
I think it was his hair. I think he knew he couldn't do anything with his hair and giant antennas, so he was like, can't touch me today, guys. They were dressed as Red Lantern Corps people. Yeah. And we thought they were just a red-themed Ginyu Force at first.
Well, it was the cape. The cape threw me off.
Big E had a cape, y'all. If you go back and watch any match, I would recommend this be a match that you go back and watch.
It's a good one.
It was really great. They had a bunch of near falls. At one point, Big E, I think, powerbombed Xavier onto either Jimmy or Jay.
Whichever one it was.
We don't know. I can never tell.
And then, freaking Xavier got Big E on his shoulders
from
a squat.
Didn't even put his hands on his knees or nothing. Like Big E didn't brace himself or jump at all. It was just straight from here. Now Big E's big ass is on my shoulders, and we literally were yelling because we were just like, "What is happening?"
I feel like they should have won just because
for
of
that. Like the ref just says ring the bell.
No, it's fine.
It's like, no, listen.
He's got
a man that looks just like him, but 3 times his size on his shoulders.
You can protest all you want, but did you see that shit?
Did you see it?
Did you see it?
No, they win.
With your eyes.
They
Big
win.
E's thighs.
Oh, save lives. Oh, sorry, I mean.
Well, I don't even know how big they must be in real life. On TV, they look roughly the circumference.
What he said? You can find the measurement of his bicep. I think it is my waist size, if I remember correctly. So, like, guys, look up the number for Big E's bicep and his chest, because it's an insane-sounding number. I looked it up once and forgot it, because that's who I am.
Yeah, his titty chests scare me.
I love them so much.
It's such a weird shelf.
I have asked him.
Terrifying.
I have spoken to him, and I said, I just want one thing from you. When I meet you in real life, may I touch your titty? I'll be gentle. Very gently. Subtly. And he said yes. So one day, I'm going to meet Big E in real life, and I'm going to touch them titties.
You should ask for a motorboat.
I don't want to motorboat them. They look hard. I feel like I'd knock myself. I'd be like, boo! And then they'd be like, oh shit, you knocked the white girl out. Now we're going to have problems. I don't want no problems. I just want to just...
You make that noise exactly?
With a little whimper in it. Yes.
It's like a Pillsbury Doughboy, except it's you touching titties.
Yes, exactly. So this I was wrong about. I thought that the New Day would win because they just got the titles.
Yeah. Well, as we were watching it, you did point out a thing where they only had 2 belts and they hadn't made a 3rd.
Yes, I did point
and
that out.
That was a very good observation. Kind of like we were watching the thing, and it's like I was like, why is Neville wearing white? Because he hasn't worn white in like
I can't remember the last time I saw him
like,
wear white.
It's been a really long time. So.
Yep. So they only had the 2 belts. Unless there was another belt hiding somewhere, I was like, that seems to suggest that these belts are going to go back and forth. But if
Yeah, I think we'll probably get 2 more title changes.
I definitely think the title is going to change again. Yeah. I do. I agree with you there. To the main show. We have chickens now in the studio with us if you're listening on iTunes. That's a lie. Gotcha, bitch. So they started off real strong with John Cena versus Baron Corbin. In a match no one could have predicted or wanted. But it was actually...
That was the talk of the entire internet.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All of the internet.
Yeah. The entire internet has been clamoring.
Listen, that sounds like
everything
fake news.
No, wrong.
Fake news.
You're
So,
very wrong.
this is a weird thing about Baron Corbin, to me.
His belly button.
But what? I haven't even looked at it. What is it? An innie? Is it an outie?
It's like a frowning old man sending soup back at a deli that like covers most of his abdomen.
Oh.
It's similar to Tupac or CM Punk's like
Oh.
belly tattoo. It seems to cover.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Have you ever seen The Thing? Like where they're trying to sit and it just come. That's what it vaguely reminds me of that.
Fair
and his weird. My favorite part about Baron Corbin
So
is.
does Baron Corbin wear a shirt just because of you?
Me body shaming him.
Yes.
Here's to hoping. Here's to hoping. If I've played my cards correctly.
What is your favorite thing about Baron Corbin?
His terrible hair.
Yes!
Yeah, he looks like, to me, if you took some sort of crazy wizard and you fed him a steady diet of meth and like hot Jim Beam, like the bottle is hot to the touch, and his hairline starts like at the back of his head, and it's all stringy.
Yes.
And not good.
Yes.
And brother either needs to just go ahead and just get rid of it, or just double down.
Double
which
down
looks
on the
like
bad hair.
that's what he's like. No, I ain't never cutting it.
Yep.
Just as it's sliding this back on his
I
head.
think that's why I mentioned this to Marquia. It's like almost every woman I speak to doesn't like Baron Corbin. Doesn't like dislike him, doesn't have a reason really. I think we all are just reacting to his hair though. I do think we're all just like, ugh.
I also feel like his gimmick is a little tired, not because of him, but because the like strong dude
Right.
thing is a little tired in general, because we've got like 4 or 5 of these dudes running around doing kind of variations on the same riff.
Like he could join the Wyatt family and you wouldn't bat an eye. You'd be like, yes, he's already dressed for it.
Yeah.
Right. That makes sense.
So I think he should actually just like
Not that they exist
go
anymore.
away for like a month
Mm-hmm.
and come back with like a whole new.
It's unfortunate that wrestlers nowadays don't get to wear head attire. And they can't wear the weave and the wigs like the women can.
True.
It's not fair when you think about it. Wrestlers just got to go out there with what they got.
He should just shave his head though, like just like literally shave his head, come back with a slightly new gimmick.
You mean as opposed to Baron Corbin, I wrestle in a shirt and Road Warrior pants?
Yes.
And not like cool Road Warriors like What a Rush.
Right.
But like I like Mad Max.
Aww.
Look, my pants are made of patches. But
That's how you know
even
he's
like
from a
in
dystopian future.
Yeah.
Like that's the weird thing to me too. Like I think there's a lack of clarity, because he's like, I'm the lone wolf, but your intro is like all like Armageddon apocalypse.
Right.
And that doesn't.
Maybe he is. Maybe he should just be like, I'm the survivor from Fallout.
That would explain the hair then.
Yes, it
Sure,
would,
it
right?
would.
He doesn't have mirrors in the future. So anyway, 5 days after he tried to cash in his money in the bank and listen to her laugh for a
Was he
moment.
I'm sorry.
successful?
Okay, no, it didn't work out. It didn't work out. Because I was just talking to someone where it's like, I haven't seen a lot of money in the bank cash-ins, but I've never seen one that failed. Until now. Not to say that it hasn't happened before, I just haven't seen it.
I want to say Cena was the first one to fail.
That
I
makes
could be very wrong about that.
I know it's happened like maybe twice before.
You know me, I'm not an expert on pay-per-views until I got the network. Thanks, WWE Network. Yes, so he failed.
Yeah,
he did
yeah,
not
he did
succeed.
not
He lost the money in the bank, and now he had a match with John Cena and was pinned.
Oh, did he win?
No, he lost. He lost
Really?
to Cena. Was pinned clean.
Yeah.
Had a forgettable ass match. Was the very first match of the night. It's seeming like the push that he was experiencing is waning. Yeah. Unless this is just to get him down and then bring him back up. But why'd you give him dope ass new music if you were gonna do all that?
I think this is a rebuild. This has to be a rebuild because you make him fail some, and then he goes away, and then he comes back.
Shame.
Right? Shame.
I was correct about this prediction, by the way. You're not having Baron Corbin beat Cena.
It's just not a thing that
It's
happens.
just not gonna happen. Speaking of belly buttons, John Cena's belly button always surprises me when I see it. Every time, I'm always like, wow, that's a...
Like he has one? Or
Yeah, it's just a weird... It's not a weird belly button. It's one of those slightly outy, slightly inny belly buttons.
Okay, sure.
And it always throws me off because he looks like the type of person who would just have an innie. I know it's a weird thing to say.
No, I can
But
see
it's
it.
how I feel. SmackDown Women's Championship, Natalya versus Naomi. Well, first let's just say I was wrong. Naomi came... Okay, so first, Natalya came out first.
Yes.
Let's talk about this. Natalya normally wears this ratty ass shit on her shoulders. It looks like maybe it was trying to be a sparkly cat. Maybe is made out of the actual fur of a cat that she loves. I don't like it, I never have, and it's bothered me. Recently, she has been changing her gimmick slightly. It's all sparkly, pretty. She's been having the meatball buns on her head, and now she comes out with a fucking fabulous jacket.
Which I believe is a riff off of her dad's.
Somebody's. It's a dope-ass fucking jacket.
Oh, yeah, no, I mean, I just didn't see it. It didn't
Yeah.
have the sweet...
It had the
thing.
lapel.
Okay, yeah, good.
Yes.
Good.
It's a good jacket. So
I like a
already,
shoulder fringe.
I was excited. I
Yes.
was like, good jacket,
Good,
Natalya.
good, strong.
And then, I guess Naomi was like, yeah, you bitch ass better have gotten a new jacket because I have a whole glow-in-the-dark cape thing.
She came out with just a head to toe, like it was like a duster
Yes.
that glowed in the dark.
Or
It
like
was
a-
all light up. It was so good.
Yes, it was beautiful and shimmery and gorgeous. Then she did her normal shit, which is fucking slay, queen slay. The match, not the most, what's the word? It was very slow and measured to me. Like, nothing was wrong technically or anything, but it was just going kind of slow. So I was slightly disappointed in that, because they're two women who are really strong, so they could have done a lot.
It picked up some steam at the end. I think they paced it as like a match of strength initially. So usually when you have matches that are a match of strength, they're just like, it's a lot of grapples. It goes a little slow at first,
Right.
and then you start having them really beat the shit out of each other.
Right. I don't think we ever got to the really beat the shit out of each other in this match, which I would have liked to see, but whatever. It didn't happen that way.
On the rematch,
Maybe on the rematch. I'm disappointed to see Naomi lose the title, because like I said, I personally think she is the female John Cena, and she should be built super strong and keep getting to do her babyface thing and be beloved. But also, Natalya hasn't gotten to have this, and she's been there for a long time. She's been pretty good at making me despise her character.
I've liked her for a long time. She was kind of a real breath of fresh air because she came in during when it was still kind of Divas time, and she just was a freaking little powerhouse wrestler and owning stuff. So I've liked her since she came out, regardless of what her alignment is. My only problem with it is the angle that they had when they're coming in there, where Naomi gets her nice blinged out belt, and then Natalya's like, well, that's not. Basically, it's not traditional.
Right, you made a mockery of the
made a
championship kind of
a little
thing.
dog whistly. uncomfortable with it.
Yeah.
But
I agree that if that was going to be the angle that they took, then having Naomi lose looks like they were saying, "Hey, all you fuckers who said that she was wrong for putting glow stuff on the belt, you're
right.
correct."
Yeah.
Right.
Meanwhile, remember that John Cena like bedazzled and put spinners on his belt, and it stayed with those for a couple of years.
Which was widely hated, though, I think, the spinner belt.
The spinner belt. Yeah, no, it was.
At least to most of the wrestlers.
But they kept it for a long time.
Oh, no, they kept it forever.
Yeah, they kept it for like 4 years, 5 years?
Yeah.
You know, what if the angle right after this is the belt guy telling Natalya that he can't take the glow off? Like, oh yeah, we can't figure out how to remove it, so she just has to have a belt she hates.
I don't...
Fix it!
Natty, I'm sorry. I thought I had the solvent. It's on back order.
What do you mean you don't have the solvent?
I don't. It's not up to me. It's up to the company. It's on back order. I don't know.
And then Naomi in the back just with some tea.
Just pouring the solvent down the drain. Just tea in one hand, just dead eyeing the camera. Yeah,
Yes, that would be
fantastic.
good. Excellent.
And then Natalya puts the guy through the table.
All right, WWE, you heard it here first. We told you how to write the next episode. Get to it. Big Cass and Big Show, I think, have been put together because they have the word big in their names.
Big and bigs.
So...
Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. Is that what this match was for? Use
Uh,
of the word big, like when Booker
yeah.
T and Big T fought in WCW over use of the letter
T's.
T.
Yeah.
No, this match was over a girlfriend. Enzo, suspended in a shark cage. They kept calling it that.
Yeah.
It didn't look like a shark cage.
No, it's a cage.
It's just a
that's
cage.
the traditional,
Okay.
like it's all the way back to Memphis and whatnot.
It's always going to be shark cage, even when it's not made of magnets. All right, WWE. Anyway, the point is, Enzo was suspended in the air.
Mm-hmm.
The match was pretty boring, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah,
But-
What are you saying? It
but-
wasn't like super fast paced and
Yeah.
Not-
Yeah,
not-
that is what I'm saying.
There was some
not
deep-
trained a bunch of quick roll ups and fast.
No,
Okay. Well.
some decent big meaty fists exchanged.
But then, Enzo, in a Joey Ryan sort of way, pulls out some baby oil.
Well, wait, sorry. First, okay, so he tries to shimmy out in between the bars. Doesn't work. Takes his shirt off. Tries to shimmy out through the bars again. Doesn't work. Takes his pants off, and so is now in the cage in his boxers. Then lifts up one of his long-ass boxer legs, and then gets out some oil.
Pours the oil all over his body, rubs it in, then puts on some gloves.
That he also had tucked in his
Garter, let's call it what
Yes,
it
garter.
is. He must have had a garter belt on. There's no other way.
Layers.
I want to get back to Joey Ryan for just a moment.
Yeah.
I later, like a few minutes later, Joey Ryan tweeted, like, why am I getting 1,000 notifications at whatever time it was where he is about something Enzo Amore did? It's like, you know why.
You know why.
So anywho, he oils himself up and is then successfully able to slide through the bars.
Never would have happened in a real shark cage.
Because a shark would eat you.
Also magnets.
Also, you're underwater. Also,
Yeah,
magnets.
He would have drowned
Yeah.
long before that because he had no breathing apparatus.
Right. This is all really breaking kayfabe for me, WWE. So he drops down.
Yeah, but he doesn't. There's no utilization of that as a move.
Right, no, he dropped down and got kicked in the mouth.
Like immediately. Like there wasn't even like it was just like hi. Oh, boop. Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, he couldn't have said hi. He'd have been like, "Hello."
It was
Knock, knock. Go to sleep. So we just watched a boring match. Somebody oiled himself up for no discernible reason. He didn't seem to have a plan. He didn't drop some helpful thing to Big Show. He just got knocked out, and then the Big Show also got knocked down. And I was correct about who was going to win this match. I knew it would be Cass. But I don't ever want to see this again.
Nope. No, sir.
No.
No, thank you.
We do not want it. Listen to me and listen to me well. You pair Enzo up with Bailey. You stop Enzo from wrestling. He becomes a valet. You can get your Golden Girl back and keep your moneymaker mouth. All right?
Now, when you say you don't want to see this again, do you mean Big Show and Cass? Or do you mean oily Enzo? Just
both?
Body hair matted.
Why not both?
Yeah.
Don't describe it.
Like if you threw a bearskin rug in a pond and just pulled it out. No?
You're not allowed on the show anymore. I'm disgusted and dismayed. Ugh. Okay, anyway. So yeah, please stop making us watch this feud. It's the worst. Also, the fact that this wasn't on the pre-show. You go to heck. You go to heck, WWE. Next one that also probably should have just been on the pre-show. Randy Orton versus Rusev.
For those of you listening, I have a thumb down right now.
There is a strong thumbs down from Tamara.
Yeah.
So this was a case of Rusev just coming out wailing on Randy.
Yeah.
And then when they actually got in the ring and the bell rang, guess what happened?
An RKO out of nowhere.
Wait, where did it come from?
Out of nowhere.
Jesus H.
Nowhere.
Nowhere. No one could have predicted it.
No one could have ever
Except all my friends who tweeted, I bet you as soon as the bell rings, Rusev gets an RKO, and that's the end. And it was.
Garbage. Garbage is garbage.
At least it didn't waste our time.
It was garbage. I like Rusev. He hasn't gotten a good push in a while. I'm ready for Eddie Orton to retire.
What was the build for this?
There was no build for it.
No,
It came out of, like an RKO,
just
out of nowhere.
There's nothing.
If they had built it, maybe it would have been interesting.
Yeah, like it literally just happened like 6 days ago. Like that was like.
It's in the middle of the show.
Yeah.
Why would they do that?
Right? That's what I'm saying. In the middle of the show.
If you had gotten up to pee, it would have been over by the time you got to the door. You wouldn't even been able to get into the bathroom.
Like, was it just to be able to give Randy Orton the money he expects during pay-per-views? Is that all this was?
That was a, hey, sorry, Rusev, you're gonna get squashed.
This is what you get for cutting your hair without asking Vince first, and you're just gonna have to keep paying this money. I was correct in this prediction.
God damn it, pal! What happened to your hair? I imagine there's a lot of that.
Yeah, and then a walk. Next up, we had the Raw Women's Championship, Sasha Banks versus Alexa Bliss. Mm-hmm. I've heard in real life they don't like each other.
Really?
Fun thing I found out. Yeah, I'm not surprised, because Bliss looks like she's constantly smelling something bad, and Sasha is like a super hard worker type chick, so I just could imagine them having a little clishy clash. Also might have been from that time Sasha Banks made Alexa Bliss eat her pussy with that bloody mouth thing from the double knees.
Well, you know.
I'd be a little pissed at a woman who did that
sometimes when you're wrestling, you just get somebody's business in your face.
And just boop, just pop you in the mouth.
Right.
Nothing like a pubic bone in the jaw to wake you the fuck up.
Yeah, sometimes life is just getting some business in your face.
If you guys can hear a baby in the background, that's how I feel as well.
Sometimes life is just a series of pubic bones in your face.
Mm-hmm. It's true. And you know, it's not that bad. I was wrong in this prediction because Sasha actually got to win. I thought that they were going to keep Alexa going strong.
But I think it's also more interesting for her to be coming from a scheming place every once in a while. So because she works well on both sides of the equation. Plus, you know, if it's not Asuka, I don't think anybody's really going to keep their title for that long. You know, in the women's division.
Right,
I think there's too many people, and they have to keep the storyline and everything.
Even Charlotte, you know, she was the super strong champion, but she was constantly losing that to Sasha. So now Sasha has won it. She got Alexa to tap out to the bank statement. I don't know if she lost it again yesterday because I forgot to watch Raw because I was at wrestling training. So hopefully that didn't happen or we sound really crazy.
Oops.
But yeah, she does have a history of winning and losing right after pay-per-views and not keeping things long. So we'll see what happens. I'm really interested to see when Bayley comes back if they'll actually be brave enough to do that Sasha versus Bayley angle or if they're going to switch it back to focusing on Bayley. And hopefully Bayley is allowed to take this time away to do something with her character because she said lately she's been feeling like it's not working and she wants to change stuff up. Problem is you got a lot of little girls who already have their Bayley costumes. It's kind of hard to look at them and be like, now I will not be that Bayley that you love. So she's in a pickle.
She could play her own twin sister, Haley.
That's actually the best idea.
Who's evil.
Okay, WWE, we're giving you this shit for free.
She have mustache.
Oh my God,
she would have like
a
a really spiked up ponytail, and all her inflatable dudes will be black.
Either that or instead of off to the side, it's just an actual
normal
ponytail.
place where a ponytail goes.
It's a normal ponytail that has a lot of volume. There'd be no, like really dark makeup and then the evil inflatables.
Oh, there's something
Even
I don't like about
inflatable
Haley.
too, man.
I don't trust Haley.
I don't trust that Haley.
I think Haley should also still have a goatee, though. That's just my opinion. WWE, these ideas are free.
Yeah.
If you don't take this one, have her be Haley. Bailey is on vacation.
Bailey's injured and watching.
Sometimes she'll come back. I think this is perfect, and you should just do it because you're bad at
They
everything.
can do a split screen like Parent Trap.
The live audience will love it. So next was Finn Balor versus Bray Wyatt. And I was correct because I already know how the WWE feels about Bray Wyatt. They like to pretend that he's somebody strong despite him constantly losing.
I very much would like them to have a supernatural stable build over the next couple months so that there's a big, just weird, freaky, magical clash.
Imagine
WrestleMania.
minions, girlfriends, relatives. Bring it all back. Bring all that shit that used to be so awesome and soap opera-y. Have somebody get kidnapped. Have somebody get inducted into a cult. Have the Balor Club and the Wyatt family have an all-out fucking mystical war.
Didn't they they had that sort of with the Wyatt family, and then they got behind him, and then they stopped, and they got behind him, and then they stopped, and they were never really
Their thing
super
versus
creepy, and then they were a cult, and then they weren't
Right.
a cult, and then they
the
were...
thing they did with the New Day, where they had a video where the New Day went to the compound. Remember?
Yeah.
That was cool. We loved that shit. We were like, this is some old school shit. It's great. It gave us the stakes were raised so high versus like, oh, Xavier Woods is hypnotized. Okay. But like, no, for real. This motherfucker is hypnotized. They went to the compound. He hit him with a tire. Like, it mattered. And then they split them up.
Yeah.
But come on, he made bugs on the mat
And
once from a projector.
And I'll still be
I mean,
mad at
magic.
Randy for not selling that properly. Can you imagine if he'd actually been freaked out?
Yeah.
No, that would have...
Randy doesn't sell things very well.
When he wants to, he
Yeah.
does.
He doesn't want to. He doesn't want to very often.
He didn't want.
Bless your
But yeah,
veiny,
so
veiny heart.
Finn Balor came out as the Demon King. The point was that the Demon King was not afraid of Bray's mind games. Like, Bray came at him with the spider shit, which still looks creepy as fuck.
Yeah.
And
then Finn just popped up.
Finn was just
like,
like, I'm demon! Crotch first, crotch first. Because that's what he does.
Crotch first. Ow, crotch first.
Alright, anyway, this is a deep cut and you'll never understand it, everybody watching. But Finn Balor walks crotch first. That's the deep cut. Anywho, he won. As anyone could expect. Any other thoughts on Finn Balor as the Demon King versus Bray Wyatt, the Eater of Worlds, who ate that foot in the chest?
I enjoy both of them.
Yes. I just wish...
So nice.
I really wish we could do some, like...
It would be so good.
I understand you want everything else to be realistic. Just let them be magic.
No. Stop wanting good things. Stop wanting things that are slightly different.
I'll never give up.
No. Just continue to consume the exact same thing.
I won't let my dreams be dreams. If I have to walk all the way to Connecticut and sprinkle that fairy dust on Vince's cold, dead heart, then I will.
What the fuck?
What
was that?
Why are you sprinkling things?
Good God, pal.
Then he'd be very upset. The Raw Tag Team Championship. Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins, a.k.a. The Buckler, versus Cesaro, who have fully completed their fusion because now they have matching trunks.
They have matching trunks. They have a dragon on it.
I missed. This is how we end up as Bate-Ra, who is like not okay. She's like really short with a way too big mustache.
That would be.
It would be like 5'8".
Would it be your height, but like with the length of
good.
my long arms?
From the way we fusioned, we would get the worst of the worst. And like the mustache would be too big for my face, it'd be falling over all the time.
Oh God.
Sorry everyone, we talked about Dragon Ball Z a little bit because they did the fusion dance. That's what they do.
Thing. So my love for Sheamus and Cesaro is not a secret, and now Cesaro is even more in my heart because those motherfuckers had a beach ball in the audience, and I hate that. I hate that in all my life, everything. I'm not here for a fucking beach ball. I'm here to watch the event, and so Cesaro leaped from the ring, ran into the jumped the barricade, ran to the audience, grabbed the beach ball, and then tore it apart with his bare hands.
With his bare hands.
Bare hands.
R.I.P. you bitch-ass beach ball. Cesaro said, no, not today.
Not today.
And the crowd really popped for it. The match was great. It was just so good. I would like to point out, so Marquis and I came up with the idea of calling them the Buckler because they're smaller than the Shield. And then apparently the Going In Raw podcast guys made the same joke.
But you did it first.
But we did it first. Also, I predicted correctly that that Seth would come out looking like a mystical warrior, and Dean would come out looking like, hey, I found this PBR. Would you like one?
Hey, Seth, it's in a bag.
I got 4 beers out of a 6-pack.
I found like these 3 other fucking Rolling Rocks. I got like a bucket of rocks, man. Get it? Yeah. Because that's how I imagine everything Dean Ambrose
and you're not wrong.
sounds, and for some reason the cans slightly sticky.
Right. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Just
absolutely.
a little film on them.
Just a little sticky.
A little gross.
So Seth and Dean won with some great sequences.
It's a good match. Really.
And yeah, I don't know if it's called the Rain Trigger, Seth's new move. I couldn't quite hear what they said. But he did it, and then it threw, was that Cesaro getting hit with it? I can't even remember anymore. But whoever it was got thrown to Dean, who then hit him with the Dirty Deeds for the win. It was great. I correctly predicted this. I hope that they were so enamored with this match that they do more. I would like to see this keep happening for a bit.
This is one of those ones I can deal with them wrestling for a while. I'm fine with it. No.
Stop it. Let me have good things.
They put the titles on and have the teams over.
No.
They disbanded on Monday, didn't you?
I also feel like this 2/3 of a Shield thing is a prep for full Shield, because they're going to need to transition Roman out of the Braun thing somehow, and end that somehow. And I think having at one point, if Roman's out there getting the crap beat out of them, and the Buckler come out,
the Buckler, here to save the day.
That would be nice. That would be a nice way to get out of that.
I think it would be especially interesting if they became a stable again, not as a team that's always wrestling together, but just people who have each other's backs, which the WWE's not really doing anymore. I don't know why, but whatever. Because they all have completely different styles now. Whereas when they were the Shield, they all matched.
Yeah.
But now we got Beer Guy, Night Guy, and that one guy who steals the Shield.
Never let go.
I just couldn't let you go.
Aww.
That's Roman.
Oh, if they have another little romantic heart-to-heart, but with Roman in it this time, my panties will be so wet.
Roman just broke back to the Shield so hard. He's like, I wish I knew how to quit, you swat deer.
It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Then he slowly takes off the vest and reveals another vest.
Exactly. Well, notice that they were all in red and black.
Slightly smaller.
Slightly smaller vest.
All of them were in red and black.
Yeah, man.
You better not turn your back on that. You might end up in a body bag. It's a Wolfpack reference because black and...
Yep, I got it. It was bad, though.
Oh, no,
but
it was not good.
Seth Rollins' tights were really cute also.
Yeah, I like those.
Just want to say.
You know, Seth Rollins and his gear has been
I
real
know. I
on
want
point
all his
since
gear's
WrestleMania.
leggings. Again, WWE, why don't you make
Give
us leggings?
us their leggings.
Give it.
It's not
Give it.
gear. He's just wearing leggings.
That's fine.
You just
You
need
got
to
it from
find the
Amazon.
brand.
Just tell us where to get them, Seth. And every other wrestler.
Call me.
Give us your leggings.
I don't want your dick. Trust me, I've seen it. But I do want your pants.
Oh.
U.S. Championship match. AJ
Hard
Styles
pants.
versus Kevin Owens. So here's the thing. I really thought that Kevin Owens was going to get this. Also, another thing. Shane McMahon is the most distracting ref in the history of reffing.
Like his face was. Like
He was like all down. He wasn't doing the normal ref
Nope.
stuff. He was hitting these strong lunges.
He's like Like it was nice.
He was nowhere. He was just casting spells from across the ring. He had his
Hanging out with Corbin. That's where he learned the manager.
definitely paid way too much money for this custom ref shirt going on. It looked like it felt really soft.
Mm-hmm.
It was just a
That
lot.
was definitely cotton. Maybe with a little, like a touch of
Maybe a little silk.
little silk, a little
Little
Suprema, little fancy.
Regardless, he was very distracting.
Fiber.
I loved the way they played
Really
with it,
wicked
though.
away a lot of the sweat.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
bet it did. It did look like a wicking shirt. They used him great in the match, though, as, distraction. Oh, he's been hit. Oh, it's gone this way. Oh, it's gone this way. Surprise. Remember the thing I told you where if you're slightly surprised and you get rolled up, you always lose? They used that a bunch of times to trick us into thinking that someone was about to lose.
And then one of the best parts was Kevin yelling at Shane, you know, you've jumped off of buildings and been fine, and you can't get back up here and count. And it's just good.
Kevin is just funny.
He just really is. Like my thing about that thing that I was because they kept, you know, there was a whole stipulation of, hey, like, I don't want to get involved. Don't make me get involved. So there was enough. Dad. Yeah, I know. Basically, it was enough of a little bit of, you know, hey, you're doing some stuff, I'll push you, and he did that to AJ and Kevin, very even. And I just really was like, you know, he's gonna roll into that ring with a kendo stick and be like, I told you not to let me get involved.
Like, he's literally yelling, don't make me come back there.
Basically.
And they're not listening.
Nope, they're not
and
listening.
they're gonna make him come back there. The chancla is coming for you.
I will turn this ring around. Right around.
Can someone make
And
that
we will
image?
all go home
I will turn
without dessert.
I will turn this. Can someone remember or tweet me? I will turn this ring around because I'll have forgotten it by the time this uploads, and I want to remember it forever. So yes, that was a great match, and I was really surprised that AJ won that, but he did. So he has the belt again, and it sounds like we're probably going to keep this feud going, and maybe turn it into even a Shane versus Kevin Owens sort of thing.
Probably, yeah.
Hey, thanks, Squirt. I think you did a good job out
Hey,
there.
thanks, Squirt.
Hey guys.
Go have a beer.
You know, I noticed that your lawn was looking a little raggedy, and I was already mowing my lawn, so I just thought I'd come over and mow your lawn too. It's okay.
I love AJ Styles.
AJ's the good dad at the barbecue.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, oh, hey, how old's old Sport over there?
Oh,
he ain't 21 yet. Just grab a grape soda, son. It'll be all right.
Grape soda.
Go ask
He
your
is.
mom about the hard stuff. It's not my call.
The best dad. I just want him to live next door to me so we can drink some beer and watch the sun go down and talk gently about the positive things going on in my life.
You know, caught your podcast the other day. Other than some of the blue language, I think you're doing great. It's just a little strong for me.
Thank you, Daddy. AJ. It's the world to me.
There you go, Squirt. And then he hands you a grape soda and goes inside.
Like, shit.
It's like, where did he get that?
It's
Like,
just
he was...
It's like a magical power.
He just
like,
pulls
He pulls him from the universe.
You know the thing you put
Sweet
cold
tea?
drinks in?
a pitcher.
Nope.
Ice chest.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just has one of those that lives in a pocket dimension. Just reaches for it all the time. Oh, nerds. So, finally, we had the main event, the WWE Championship match, Jinder Mahal versus Shinsuke Nakamura. And oddly enough, they were like, let's just make this super international by cutting to the Indian announce team and the Japanese announce team at different times. I thought that was like a cool little way for them to be like, look at us, we're fucking global.
Worldwide!
We're not forgetting that there's people in other countries that don't want our racist bullshit.
It was definitely interesting. I knew that Jinder was still going to win this.
Yes. Yeah, there's no way. He's not going to lose for
Roughly
another
ever.
month, probably. I think he's going to roll through at least one more pay-per-view.
I'm curious to see if they turn this thing with Shinsuke, who I spelled Shunsuke on this thing. I'm really disappointed in
How
myself.
dare you?
I'm curious to see if they'll build something with him, because I didn't feel like this was built at all.
No, it just kind of happened.
Right.
I almost, as much as people would have hated it, I almost would have preferred him wrestle Cena, if for no other reason than they seem to be using Cena as a builder right now, because that was kind of the whole Shinsuke Cena match was like, you know, kind of like that, and I think that he would be good for Jinder to learn from.
It's also Jinder's finishing move, like I complained about before. When I said, when everyone was like, oh, Jinder's a champion, why aren't you down with it? And I was like, what are his moves? Name a move. Name a move that Jinder does.
He does that run.
So now he has the callus, I think it's called. And it's still just, it doesn't look good. It doesn't look intense. It doesn't, especially for somebody like Shinsuke Nakamura, to go in there and take that and take a nap. I'm like, but I do love that they're still using the Singh brothers as like the big excuse for why he's winning.
Yeah.
I don't know, like the Cobra Clutch Slam has never been really, and especially the one that ended the match looked exceptionally bad.
Yeah.
I remember Billy Gunn did it for a while when he was the one Billy Gunn, and it looked pretty good. But and you would imagine that Jinder would be too, could make it look good
because he's
a
tall,
big jacked up dude, and Billy was a big jacked up dude. But I haven't seen him do it a ton, but this one was
Is he
Not
Well,
good.
was it you who said like maybe if he did something to lead into it
Yes.
first?
Yeah, like if he had a connector into it.
Like how
Well,
Sasha
sort of
Banks
a-
always has the backstabber that goes into the bank. If she just did the big statement, it's never as impactful as when she, oh shit, backstabber into the big statement.
Almost like a setup move
Yeah.
Right.
to show my age, like when Jake Roberts would do the short arm clothesline.
Who? Oh,
and then-
I'm just kidding.
Oh.
It's
Well,
okay,
You
old
forgot
man.
his,
So
you
if
forgot
you-
his
if you need-
God-given middle name, the Snake.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, now I know who he is.
Oh yeah, see that's what threw you was I didn't say the snake.
Mm-hmm.
If you need Pop, he'll be napping.
All right, Pop, see you later. But yeah, so that would be our wish for Jinder, is that he could just look a little cooler, man, in there. You look cool outside of the ring.
Yeah,
You got
they look
with their
so
fucking
good.
outfits.
They're nice, like
That
like
marigold?
deep-colored suit, the marigold shirts, and
Beard
then Jinder's
phase.
black on black
Chris.
suit.
Black on
Just
black
can't.
is my shit. If any of you are listening and you want to seduce me, wear a black tie with a black vest and a black suit, perfectly tailored to your body, and I'm halfway there, okay? It's my thing. They just look so great. And sometimes he has a fucking Oriental rug in the ring. But then he wrestles, and I'm like, this
But
is
he's so
big
vascular.
string bean.
He looks good doing some, like, there's a portion of stuff where I'm like, yeah, no, that's good.
His
That
kicks
thing-
always look good
kicks
because
are
his
always
legs
good.
are like 20 feet long.
Yeah.
He got put on the ropes, and it just looked like he was like, ah, because his legs were sticking out like 7 more feet off the corner
He's
of
like,
the
okay,
ropes.
okay.
Oh, I gotta stay really
Okay,
still.
okay,
I don't really,
it's fine,
I don't really fit up here.
Okay, hurry up and need me.
Put me down. Put me down.
God damn it, pal, the vascularity.
So vascular. Vince does love
He loves a vascular man.
He loves a vastly vascular man.
Look at those goddamn veins.
They're the best veins. So, the other main event, the Universal Championship. La!
Yes. Or, like, as I like to call it, giant men fucking each other up.
Meatbag Fest.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad you added each other up.
Each other up.
Yeah.
This is a fatal 4-way.
So I'm not
Different
judging
show.
people's
No.
Thing.
By no
It's just
means.
Not, it's not. This is not what this podcast
Never
is.
yucca yum. Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns, Braun Strowman, Samoa Joe, Samoa Joe,
Braun Strowman.
all of them. I didn't mean to break you. I'm sorry.
Smooth
Smooth
juice.
juice.
Smooth juice.
There's a lot of people. And normally I find 4-ways to be not so great because they're doing it for television, so people are resting a lot and just not visible. I think this one was great. I think they kept it going. There was a lot going on. I was really pleased to see Brock Lesnar go through 2 different announce tables before taking a third one to the face.
And get speared through one of the side partitions, almost murdering the poor bastards who were in
All
that
you
little
see
pen.
is
You
his
just
feet
they were-
on top of chairs. Like at the last moment, they were like,
like,
no.
"Ah!" We were warned.
And they were rolling chairs too, so that
Yeah.
person
Oh, yeah,
still
somebody-
could have died.
Yep. I just was just like, good luck.
Good luck. Hope you land, Samoa Joe.
Because like Roman and Braun, because they're so giant and they're used, they have a lot more torque. You know, they're just used to their little like Samoa Joe's just like a solid brick of a man. It just has a lot of just.
Yes.
And he's not spry like that. He's spry in a different way. He's
He's
just not
meaty.
spry like
Yeah,
that. He's meaty.
he's spry in a way that will murder you when you're not expecting it.
Yes.
Yes.
Exactly.
But I would imagine it's like hucking. If you took a side of raw beef that's frozen,
Yes.
and then you put a mini fridge in it,
Mm.
and then you filled that mini fridge with wet cement and bricks,
Okay.
I would imagine it'd be
Yes.
something similar to trying to hurl
Yes.
that. And even if you're god awful strong, like
So Brock's not weak.
that's
That's who it was.
Yeah.
It was Brock.
old sword neck.
Oh,
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
it's funny because it true.
sword neck bump music.
That's his D&D name. How did you know? Have you been playing with him? So anyway, that was SummerSlam. Those were our thoughts. I ended up being about 50-50 on my things. I got 7 correct and 6 wrong predictions. A lot of title changes. I think only 2 titles stayed the same. Yeah. So all the other titles changed. like I said, I missed Monday Night Raw. Sorry about that. You guys know I normally catch up on it, but it was a busy day. And then I guess we'll see SummerSlam. Yeah. This records, while SmackDown is happening. So we'll see this week what the fallout of all of that is. Be sure to follow us places. Let's start saying those places. Tamara, where can people find you?
You can find me on the Twitters and the Instagrams at Misfits Tamara.
Tyler Bateman, where can they find you?
I'm also on the tweets and the Instagram machine at GDM Tyler Bateman, I think.
Yes, I think that is correct. And then people can watch you, the Hollywood stuff, right, on TV?
Mm-hmm.
Tell people.
I'm also on the televisions.
Mm-hmm. Tell people that.
I thought I'd just...
Tell them what the thing is called.
Jesus Christ.
Tyler Bateman's afraid of me. That's canon.
Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. It's on KDOC if you're in the... It's all over the place, so I know it's on KDOC at 4 o'clock p.m. on Saturdays in Southern California, but we're on in a lot of markets.
Mm-hmm.
So
and I think there's an app you can watch it on as well. I think it's
on Fight.
There we go. That's the one. I was like, Fire, Flames, Fury. Starts with an F. Good luck.
You know that the single app that begins with an F, so
the only one.
Find the one.
Find it. And you can find me, Sarah the Rebel, everywhere. Sarah's an H because we're not dumb people who can't spell Sarah properly. And you can also follow Women Wrestling Friends on Twitter. Women Wrestling we couldn't fit friends. So, Women Wrestling F. You can also find us on Instagram, but we ain't posting there because I lost the password. If anyone knows how to hack Instagram, let me know. I'm still looking to get back in there. And thank you for watching, and tune in. We will have another show for you soon. Bye! Surprise, Egg Burger!
Ah!